Okay. Morning! Sobrang na-excite ako na nakita yung sobrang daming IT students. Parang na-excite ako para sa country natin na, wow, I can see you here, pero dinig niyo ba ako dyan? Malinaw? If you can hear me, can you say no? Can you hear me there? No? Awesome. How about there? Can you hear me? I said no, but anyway. Thank you everyone for coming today. Well, I want to read you something. Do something you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Sarap pakinggan, no? Raise your hand if you agree. Nice. Kitang-kita na most of us hates the idea of working. Well, I think this is good. I think it's so good at some point. Well, do you know what I've learned for the past 7 years that I've been working and doing the things that I love? This is not good enough. Well, let me tell you my story. I used to always say to people, pursue your passion. Do whatever you want to do, as long as you love doing it. Walang makakabasag ng trip mo kung mahal mo yung ginagawa mo. Tama ba? And that's why I took up software engineering, because I love to write code. I love to express my creativity in building things and solving puzzles. And I knew for a fact that IT professionals are so in demand and that they earn a lot. Ang dami kong kilala ng mga big-time IT professionals. Sabi parang gusto ko yung maging big-time. And so like a torch, I carried my passion through college and up to my first job. I started as a web developer for a multinational company. I was so excited to go to work every day, as if every day was first day at school. Ang first day high palagi. Maluling kanta na yun. I always came in early. I was usually one of those early birds in the office. I really enjoyed writing code, learning new things, and improving my knowledge about the technologies that I was working on. This fun and excitement went on and on for a year or so. But there was one thing that I failed to notice. This passion, this fire, it was slowly dying down. Sad story. It seems everything had become just a routine for me. I started losing interest in going to work as if every day was Monday. Mondays. I started coming in late, so late, parang 11 a.m. ako darating sa office, tapos mag-breakfast ako. Tapos sa konting sadali, lunch break naman. Sobrang tamad, anyway. I took my time for granted. And even though I still enjoyed writing code and learning new things, what really kept me going was the fun of hanging out with my friends in the office, the occasional parties, shot dito, shot dyan, shot dito, shot doon. And most importantly, the paycheck. Actually, I took up even more freelance work because I just wanted to earn more money. This seemingly infinite loop of discontent went on and on for a year or so, until one day, isang araw, an opportunity came knocking at my door, at the perfect time when I was looking for a fresh start. I joined a startup that is now looloo. My name is Erick Bajao, and I'm a software engineer at looloo. Being part of a startup changed my life. It changed the way I look at work, the way I value my job, and the way I understand my passion. I believe that startups can unleash the true potential of your passion, and that it is time for you, the Filipino youth, to embrace the opportunity. And so today, I will share with you what it's like to be in a startup, what I love about it, and how a startup ignited my passion. Boom! So, what is it like to be in a startup? Well, let's first define what a startup is. According to Erick Bajao, the author of the Lean Startup, a startup is a human institution designed to deliver a new product or service under conditions of extreme uncertainty. Reid Hoffman put it this way of LinkedIn. He said, starting a company is like throwing yourself off the cliff and assembling an airplane on the way down. Wow, extreme uncertainty. Assembling an airplane on the way down? Wow, that's scary, huh? Well, it should be scary, right, guys? You see, startup companies usually run on very limited resources. By resources, I mean time, money, and people. So you have to move really fast. You have to make quick and smart decisions. You need to put most of your efforts to what matters most to your users. And how would you know what matters most to the users? You need to get feedback ASAP. But you can't get feedback if you don't have a product to show to them. Paano mo alaman kung anong gusto nila, anong ayaw nila, anong i-improve mo, kung wala ka naman mapakitang product, right? So at Looloo, we had to choose the perfect software development cycle that will help us deliver our products to the users in the fastest and most efficient way. And so we decided we have to be agile. Agile sounds good, right? Not powerful, agile. We don't stuff a bunch of hit or miss features in one giant version and plan to release that in the next 6 months or a year. No. To get feedback as soon as possible, kailangan namin mag-release as fast and as often as possible. Hindi pwede yung mag-work kami sa isang feature, magtago kami sa prueba namin, mga isang taon namin yung feature na yun. Only to paglabas namin, may nauna na pala o kaya ayaw naman yung mga tao yung ginawa namin. So you have to really fast and release as often as possible. We release with the smallest possible set of essential features, not just any feature. So here's how we do it. At the start of every week, we do our planning meetings. We discuss how well we performed based on last week, and if there's something that we need to change in our direction. Okay lang ba tayo? May kailangan baguhin sa path natin? We prioritize the stuff that we need to work on for the week, based mostly on feedback from last week. And of course, may ginagawa rin naman kami mga new features na galing sa aming sariling ideas. Now, with regard to agreeing on what to do for the week, developers. We're developers here. We're aspiring developers. Wow. Guys, well, listen carefully. Developers. Developers should know when to say no. Developers should strive to keep things simple. Work hard to keep it simple. More complexity in code means higher maintenance cost. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. So those complicated feature requests, make sure na ita-challenge nyo sila. Kailangan yung pag-usapan mabuti. Kahit yung mga simple changes lang, kung hindi naman, if it doesn't make sense to you, ask, challenge that, discuss. For example, imagine nyo yung boss ko lumapit sa'yo. Uy, Eric, may maganda akong idea. Tingin ko pag ginawa natin ko, magkakaroon tayo ng million page views more. So ano yung gagawin natin? Nakita mo yung web page na yan, ang pangit ng font natin eh. Palitan mo nga sa Comic Sans. Comic Sans. If you're a designer, dapat mag-design ka na sa web. You say no, not just to reject that person and feel so powerful about it. No. You say no because you want to start a discussion to clear things up. Malay mo, mali ka pala. Okay pala yung Comic Sans. But no, hell no. Gone are the days when developers would just always say yes Or always just agree to what the boss or the client wants. Wala nang ganun. As my friend Steven would say, you work for the product, not for the client. So developers, it is your responsibility to make sure that what gets implemented there is what's best for the product, and not just to boost your boss's ego. Here. And so, throughout the week, we work on those features that we agreed on. So maybe, sa gitna ng week, something comes up along the way. Maybe a bug in production or a performance issue that we need to address immediately. Okay lang yun. Agile kami. So we react, we adjust, reprioritize. So kung may mga features, i-move back muna natin sa backlog. And then we work on those more important bugs we need to fix. And this is what Agile gives us. The flexibility that you get from being Agile is so important, given the extreme uncertainty that you are facing. Situations may change faster than you can imagine. So you have to make small and manageable steps so you can change your direction painlessly. So siguro inisip niyo ngayon parang nakakatakot naman, kuya, magtrabaho sa startup. Baka bukas, di ba, wala na akong trabaho. Well, yes, maybe. Maybe it's dangerous to work for a startup. But I would say that it is dangerous in a very adventurous way. You don't want to focus on the fact that you are falling fast. No, wag kang negative. Wag bad vibes. You need to focus on building that awesome plane that will fly high like diamonds in the sky. Beautiful! Bakit ko kumanta sa maraming tao? At least partially dream come true na. Now imagine how cool it is to build dynamos out of that falling plane. Buhay mo falling plane, naging dynamos. Now that's innovation, my friend. And that leads me to the first thing that I love about startups. Innovation. Well, I Googled for a good definition of that word, and here's what I like the most. Innovation generally refers to renewing, changing, or creating more effective processes, products, or ways of doing things. Startups are usually born to solve a specific problem or to simplify something that is so complicated or to improve what's already there. Well, let's take looloo's story for example. A few years ago, Odell, our founder, would usually just end up going to McDonald's, familiar American restaurants, or Chili's. So, puro burger McDonald's siya, burger McDo, fries. There was no easy way in terms of technology to know how good or bad a place is. Kaya hindi niya alam kung yung ibang places around him were worth a try or were good. Actually, I think he had too much of burger McDo and fries. He started looking like McDonald's. It was only after he met a couple of friends in Manila that he realized how valuable it was to get recommendations from people who actually knew you and your taste, people you trust. And so, having this problem at hand, Odell went up to the mountains under his black umbrella to search for the answer and ponder, moony, to ask himself, shouldn't there be an easier way to find new and good places that you will love? How can I ask my friends for suggestions and recommendations constantly without annoying them? And how can smaller businesses let the people know more about them without spending a fortune on advertising? And so after further pondering, he came up with an idea. He wanted to combine searching places online, reading opinions and reviews about those places, and getting recommendations from your friends in one place. And he wanted to provide a channel for businesses wherein people can find out more about them. And he wanted to combine all the solutions, put all the solutions in one easily accessible place. And there's no better place for that than your mobile phone. Alright? And so, Looloo was born, which is now available for free on the App Store. Pwede nyo i-download nyo yun. iOS 7 ready. You can check our website, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like us on Facebook. Shameless plug. Actually, you can do it now. I can wait. Okay lang. Are you done? Sorry, slow to. Anyway, let's move on. Now, for a startup to remain in that innovative and creative mood, the company always makes sure that everyone in the team is energized. Kailangan pagpasok mo araw-araw, sarap ng trabaho. Parang di ako nagtatrabaho. Energized. So the environment and the culture must be cultivated for productivity and creativity. So let me show you how a typical startup office would look like. Here's the Looloo HQ. As you can see, tabi-tabi kami with dividers, no cubicles. Pwede kayong magsikuhan. Patuloy mo ng papel yung harap-harap. It encourages communication and nerve wars. Food and meds are always available. We have our pantry. As you can see, the company always makes sure that you are well fed, never hungry, and always healthy with all those junk food in there. Never thirsty with coffee. Well, at least meron kami cereals, fiber. We also have our library of books. Not only physical books, but e-books. Pag meron kaming kailangan na material, or let's say e-book, na makakatulong sa amin, ma-improve yung knowledge namin about a certain technology, we ask for it. And the company gets it for us. No question. Anything that you need, that you think that will help you with your work, you can ask for it. And the company will do their best to get it for you. For example, gusto mo ng Xbox One para mas makatrabaho ka ng mabuti. Sabihin mo lang sa boss mo, right, Adele? Long sleeves na ginagkay. Parang nasa kalakon yung makapag-express ng creativity. Actually, just for fun, I want to show you how my usual attire or uniform would look like. As you can see, I'm violating my dress code today, so I probably get a memo tomorrow. But anyway, actually, my friends at Looloo were so supportive of my weird sense of humor. They even helped out when I was asked to submit my profile description or my bio for this event. Yung nakikita niyong nakapost sa website, I don't know if you read that, but pati yung kaninang binasa when I was getting introduced. So here's what we came up with. Let me read it to you. Erick Bajao is a software engineer at Looloo. He has worked in various roles that involve working heavily with computers, wait for it, and typing. Prior to that, he learned how to read and write at school, miraculously ending up with a degree from Asia Pacific College. We're not trying to always write through. He makes web apps using Rails, HTML5, and CoffeeScript. Simple, straight to the point, and most importantly, professional. Kung nyo bibili sa LinkedIn, sigurado ako marami kasama sa inyo. Oh, actually, ito nga pala yung parang avatar na pinasa ko along this description. Unfortunately, they didn't use it on the website, so I feel bad about it. So let me show it to you. Please don't judge. Actually, I'd like to thank you, Rico, for not using this one, and at least finding a good one to use on the website. Or that would have been crazy and funny. So thank you, Nico, for saving my face. And thank you to everyone who has worked hard to make this event possible and awesome. Moving on. So you can see the startup environment and culture encourages you to express yourself, to be you, no limitations as much as possible. Now, another thing that I really love about working at a startup, and particularly at looloo, is how we are connected to our users. One of the biggest advantages of startups over other established companies is great user support. Edward Boches wrote this in his article when he was commending a startup for the great customer service that you see. He said, "But the fact that there's a real human with a name and accountability to solve problems like this makes me loyal forever." Wow, loyal forever. Music to the ears. See, startups strive to reach out to their community. It's just part of the culture. At looloo, we help out not only when dealing with bug reports, but also in user engagement. So if you're a looloo user, nakita nyo, everyone in the team tries to comment on reviews to engage the user, encourage them to write more awesome reviews. We make sure that we maintain a human connection with our users. An example of that is when we do our one-day week with our few selected users and eat-ups, we call it. Here's our recent eat-up at East Week. We went bowling and then dinner afterwards. Sobrang saya, parang nag-hangout ka lang with your friends. Feels different, feels human. So, a startup has that awesome customer service, that awesome environment and culture. And a startup has an awesome idea. What's next? What else does a startup do? Well, a startup with an innovative and awesome idea needs a team to carry it through. Right? And that's one of the best things why I love working at a startup. Because in a startup, we are a team. We are one. And because we are a team, we have a very flat organization. No politics, no red tape, and no pork barrel. Speak out and you will be heard. You will be acted upon immediately. Decisions can be made faster because you don't have to go through a lot of those levels of bureaucrat. I imagine a startup to be like the awesome team of Finn and Jake. Sino nakakilala kay Finn and Jake dito? You know what time is it?
Adventure time!
Yan, adventure time na araw-araw sa startup. Like Finn and Jake, everyone in the team has an important role. Key role that is so crucial to the plan's execution. Without that person, it might get really hard for a team to reach their goal. And everyone knows this by heart. And everyone works hard to pull his or her own weight. Everyone is responsible for their own actions. So you make a mistake, you admit it, you don't blame, make up for it. Actually, sa dev team namin, we have this rule set in stone. It says, please flush toilet after use. Basically, devs, developers, clean up after yourself. Make sure that you remove those debug messages or log messages, any unnecessary lines there before you submit your code. Other developers will see and use that code, and you don't want them to see your crap in there. Now, everyone in the team supports one another. They give constructive criticism to help each other improve. For example, we do our best in reviewing all the code changes that are made. If we see something that we can improve on, we comment on it, we discuss, but we don't bring a teammate down. Everyone in the team is a unique individual who is so passionate and skilled at what he or she does. Now maybe sometimes there will be differences in opinion, but one thing's for sure, everyone trusts each other. Iwala. And trust is very important in a team. There's no greater feeling than knowing that your teammates believe in you and that you can also believe in them. You can focus on doing your best to reach that goal. Now, here's the most important reason why I love working at a startup. And I think kung wala to, yung ibang mga bagay hindi na ganun ka-importante. Things might fall apart. There is this one powerful force that binds the startup, the team together, and sets them apart. And what's that? Everyone in the team shares one purpose, the same purpose. They believe in the same purpose the company was built for. And they work together, tirelessly and passionately, towards that goal that they believe will make a difference. And this is the best thing that I learned from my startup, being part of a startup. I never thought that something so simple can put me back on the right track. Looking back at my story when I was in my first job, I thought I had it all figured out. I was doing the things that I love to do, and I was getting paid for doing what I love to do. So I thought, what else do I need? Ano bang kailangan ko? Dito na lahat. Turns out, I was missing the most important thing. I had no purpose. I had no purpose. I had no idea where I really wanted to go. I was just running around in circles. I was so lost. And I realized I learned the true meaning of passion. What is passion? Passion is a strong expression of love, peace, happiness, and contentment. It is so powerful. It can make you do amazing things beyond your imagination. I realized though that passion couldn't stand on its own. But it doesn't rely on what you do. No, it needs something greater than that. Something that can give you overflowing love, peace, happiness, and contentment. And soon enough, your passion, like a fire, it will die down if you don't fuel it up. Your passion relies on why you do the things that you do. Purpose is what you feed your passion. Purpose is what you feed your passion. Unfortunately, in my case before, I had the wrong idea of purpose. Money was my purpose, and I was poisoning my passion. The wise King Solomon once said, "Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Restrain yourself." We just disappear in the blink of an eye. You see, money, profit, wealth, fame, and power, they were never meant to be your ultimate goal. It was supposed to be, and will always be, just the byproduct of the good things that you do. Worldly things will never last. And you will never get satisfied once you start focusing your desires on them. You're only setting yourself up to a life filled with sadness, stress, regrets, and discontent. Purpose is what you feed your passion. Is this the kind of purpose you want to feed your passion with? I don't think so. I hope not. I believe that we are fearfully and wonderfully made for an amazing purpose. A purpose that is meant to last. Something intangible, eternal, and beautiful. We were made to make a difference. to serve and help, to make the world a better place, not just for ourselves, but for everyone else. Purpose is what you feed your passion. And this is the kind of purpose I want to feed my passion with. Purpose that can give me overflowing love, peace, happiness, and contentment. And I believe this is the same kind of purpose that fuels the passion of most startups today. They strive to make a difference, to make the world a better place, even in their own simple way. And I never really knew the power of purpose until I joined the startup. Looloo gave me something I've never had before. Something greater than any material thing a company could offer me. Now I have something to believe in, and something to fuel my dying passion. I found my purpose, and a company to share my purpose and values with. A company with the same burning desire to make things better for our country. Better in terms of providing that technology to help people find places they love. I know, siguro, it doesn't sound as heroic as getting yourself shot in the park, but I guess it's a good start. My passion is alive, not because I just love to write code. No. My passion is alive because now I know why I love to write good code. Now I have a clear path and a goal to walk towards to. Now I can move forward and start making a difference. The startup changed my life. It ignited my passion. And I know there's one startup out there that can change yours too. Now, as an IT professional, I know there's a great demand out there for us, locally and globally. And as a Filipino, I know we always want to provide the best for our families. And that's why there's always that strong temptation to just settle with the most profitable one, the one that pays you the most, the one with the most benefits, regardless of what you're doing there. Pero ayokong ma-stuck kayo sa ganun. I don't want you to get locked up in golden handcuffs. And so I want to leave you with this. Think about your purpose. Think about your purpose. Your purpose defines who you are. Your purpose will define how good or bad your life will be. And whether you decide to join a startup, or to put up your own business, or maybe join a giant company, or do something else, maybe you want to sing for life, or basketball for life, whatever you want to do, always make sure that you are making your decisions in accordance to your purpose. Life is too short to waste your decisions and choices and just wander around. It doesn't matter how many steps you have to take, or even if you have to make a lot of mistakes. What matters most is that you're moving forward towards that goal, driven by your purpose. And that's all I desire for you today. Thank you very much.